actor and screenwriter of the film Commitment. Mr. Kaplanoglu is a Turkish director, producer and screenwriter whose debut film Away From Home was awarded the Best Director Award at the Singapore International Film Festival 2001. The second feature, Angels Fall, was premiered in 2005 at Berlin and was awarded the Best Film Award at Nantes, Barcelona and the Kerala Alternative Film Festivals. Now between 2005 and 2010, he has produced and directed a trilogy called Usuf. The first film in this trilogy, which is named Yumurta, which means egg, has won the Best Director Award at 3 international film festivals, that is Valdivia, Bangkok and Faj. The trilogy's second film, Sut, which means milk, was premiered at Venice International Film Festival, while the third film, called Bal, which means honey, won the Golden Bear Award at the 60th Berlinale. Welcome to you, sir. We have the director of the second international film, Mr. Claude Lalonde. Mr. Claude Lalonde is basically a screenwriter who has graduated to become a director with his debut film, Coda. He has co-written with Pierre Lamont the TV comedy Le Grand Zèle, which means the Great Zil, and Les Trois Petites Cochines, which means Three Little Pigs, which has earned for him the title of the Best Comedy and Best Box Office in Canada in 2007. He has also co-written the film Filière 13. And his most recent feature, Three Little Pigs, which he has written alone, has been brought to the screen and has got great success at the box office. As I said, Coda is his first film as a director. So he's basically graduating from being a screenwriter to a director. We also have here 2 actresses from the film Commitment, Miss Kubra Kip and Miss Ece Yuksel. Both of them are actresses, as I said, in the film Commitment. Now, with this introduction of the celebrities here, I would request Mr.Semih Kaplanoglu, would you like to say something about your film in short to the press?
Hello again. Thank you for coming. And I think it's okay. Is it working? Not working? Okay. I think now working. The commitment aslı the first. Okay. Commitment Aslı is a first part of trilogy, new trilogy, is a commitment trilogy, and the first part of was screened yesterday in Goa Film Festival. The second part of trilogy, Hasan, I shot it last summer, and nowadays I'm post-production part, and third one, I don't know still when I will shooting, but and I my all films screenwriter, producer and directing, and some films I worked for editing. Shortly, I say.
Mr. Claude Lalonde, would you like to say something about your film?
Yes, hi everybody. Well, as Emelina said, that is my first movie I direct. My living was made of screenplay. I was writing most of the time. And I have this, it's a bit strange, but this movie, I didn't write it myself. It was proposed to me pretty happy. And it's about a pianist who is downhill. He's a famous pianist and goes on depression and doesn't want to play anymore. So what happened when a great musician is mentally ill? So this is the purpose of the movie. Yes.
Can I now open the floor to the press?
Good afternoon. My question is to Mr. Claude.
Yes.
Congrats. We never felt that is your debut direction movie. The movie is, in movie also it's shot between Canada and it travels in Switzerland.
Yes.
So it is shot between Canada and Switzerland. Was there any special reason to shoot in Switzerland?
Yes, the Swiss, well, the movie is supposed to be in New York, okay, where he lives, and in Switzerland, well, it's the Alpine country who his girlfriend who died. She was very fond of this part of Swiss, so he just want to make a return trip to where she likes to live, and because of his feeling, he doesn't know where to go, so that's where he goes. So.
Congratulations! I just happened to see the movie.
Okay, thank you.
Could you just tell us how long it takes to make a movie like this, from the script level to visualizing and getting the movie to the screens?
Well, you can take about a year just to write it. And, well, mini version, of course. We shoot it in Canada and Switzerland in two periods, from May to August. So we have about 30 days of shooting, and well, take a year because, as you can have seen, there's special effects because Mr. Stewart doesn't play piano, so he was very afraid of what he looked like. So there was kind of a special effects to make sure that people can believe that he plays piano. But meeting Mr. Stewart was great, and he wanted to do the movie, so we have to manage the schedule for us because he's very busy, as you know. So, but I was happy that he accepted to do the movie.
Did you guys get any chance to watch an Indian movie here during the festival?
I just arrived this morning,
okay.
So I will probably go as soon as I can, because I can see many European movies and American movies where I live, but I like Asian movies, I like Indian movies too, somewhat to watch.
Anything specific, any special in terms of Indian movie which you like, whether from the South or a Hindi movie?
Well, there's one, I don't remember the title, but there was one, it was about diner, somebody who delivered the food.
The Lunchbox.
The Lunchbox.
Yes.
That was the last Indian movie I love so much. Yes, that was great movie. We don't have many Indian movies in French Canada. I live part in France, so it's very when we have a chance to see a good movie like that, great.
Persons who make movies, how do you tell them, how do you plan to market your movie globally?
Well, it's...
I have a road plan.
It's a bit strange because we did the movie in Canada, and since we have Patrick Stewart as the main actor, and we have Giancarlo Esposito, the distribution the decision of distribution are made in their office in Los Angeles. So I have some news. I know that the movie will be distributed in Germany and in United States for now.
marketing cinema like this? Is it difficult as a marketing thing to distribute films overseas?
Yes.
What kind of cinema?
Well,
The kind of cinema you produce, is it difficult marketing?
yeah, well, when we made this movie, we knew it was atypical because, well, first of all, it's about music, it's about a pianist, it's about an old pianist, and it's about depression. So we have many things against us. It's not a blockbuster, it's not something, it's not comedy, and you know, I'm used to comedy because I've made some, but this. I really want to do this movie because I like the screenplay, and well, I don't say that we don't care about the distribution, but we wanted to see it by most people, but we knew that the subject of the movie was not, well,
very conventional.
Yeah, very conventional, yeah. And since I made some as I said, some box office success, well, I made some drama too as a screenplay, as a screenwriter, and well, I think you can say more in a drama. This kind of movie is more the movie I like.
What is the exact message of the film? That's one line. That's my last.
Well, there's many conclusions you can take, but I think when you feel very bad, when you're at the lowest of your life, the only thing you can rely on is what you are. Really, the solution is not, well, it's not always outside. It's really inside. And when you get that low, I don't think there's some kind of hope at the conclusion, but because I always want to make movies about hope, so that's why the resolution could just come at the complete end of the movie. Finally, you feel a bit better, start smiling.
Hi, good afternoon. You look very serious person.
Yes.
But you are concerned with comedy.
Yes.
So how are you balancing that?
I don't know, because I always made people laugh at school and everything, and comedy was easy for me. But maybe I look serious, but well, people mainly myself. I'm a good spectator for drama. I like well done drama. But I have some facilities with comedy. It comes not easy because writing comedy is very difficult too. And you have to take comedy seriously too. So I don't know. I think my works is important for me. Working every day in front of a computer and think about people feeling, give people some feelings of joy or sorrow or sadness, and to show that life is both sides. You can laugh at it and you can cry of it.
A question to the Turkish film celebrities. What does the film commitment actually deal with?
Yani ben bu konuda bir şey söyleyemem çünkü esas meseleyi ben filmde yaparak koydum. Yani film izledilerse esas meselesinin ne olduğunu onlar anlamışlar. Benim oturup bunu anlatmama gerek yok.
I'm translating for him. He said, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about the real message of the film to the ones who watch the film. It should be clear what it is about and what is the real concern in there.
One question is, have you come to IFFI in the past, or is this the first time for all of you?
Daha önce geldiniz mi IFFI'ye yoksa
Yes. Bu üçüncü yüksek.
IFFI'ye değil.
İyi yani.
To the festival, have you traveled to the festival in the past also?
He came 3 times to Kerala, but this is his first time here.
I'm not, but my film will go.
Hello Semih, congratulations for the great film. I have seen all of your films, including the Yusuf trilogy and the last film, Grain. And I also congratulate Kubra Kip and Ece Yuksel for great performance. I'm very curious that why you're very much interested in trilogy, because including the great filmmakers like Abbas Kiarostami never attempted for a second trilogy, but you are very curious and you also had success in that. Is there anything very much specifically?
Şimdi bir kavram üzerine çalışıyorum. Bu da bağlılık kavramı. Ve bu kavramın insan ilişkilerinde, özellikle ailede farklı cinsiyetler ve farklı konumlardaki karşılıklarını arıyorum.
So I'm working on a theme which is commitment, and I'm trying to look for the definition of commitment in different relationships, in different genders, in different in the family and in society. I'm looking for the definition of commitment.
Bu kavram, yani bu commitment ya da bond kavramı benim dünyaya geldiğimden bu tarafa, yani şu 50 senede bence modern hayatla birlikte çok hızlı bir değişime uğradı.
Since the day I'm questioning, bond commitment was always a thing in my head, and it always made me think. It kept me thinking for the last 50 years, and I believe that the definition of commitment is changing with the modern times, and it's been evolving every year.
Ve bizim rol modellerimiz, aile içi ilişkiler gibi meselelerde yaşadığımız hayatın içinde bir takım problemler var. Ben bunları anlamaya çalışıyorum.
And I'm trying to figure out the problems in taking a role model while growing up and seeing someone as an idol in your family. And I'm trying to figure out the problematic structure there.
Mesela anne kavramı belki bir kadın için bir kimlikti, bir meseleydi. Ama şimdi onun önüne başka şeyler geçmeye başladı. Ve o iç çatışma, yani kadının içindeki iç çatışmanın nasıl bir seyir izlediğini görmek istedim. Bu filmde aslında. Diğer filmlerde farklı pozisyonlar olacak.
Being a mother used to be like the identity for women, and now it's changing. And I'm trying to figure out the change there. And now it's being mother, or the mother is causing a self fight, or like you're inside of you is like, this is my identity, but another side is just having a fight. What is this? How can I belong to this term? And for this film, it's more of a fight against yourself as being a mom. But in his next film, this will change.
Just a question on the film culture. Do you get lots of Hollywood films? What about Indian films in Turkey? And a question to the actors. Do you have any role model, like, actors who you have kind of grown to admire over the years? Any, yeah.
Türkiye'de Hint filmlerinin durumu nedir? Hani sinemada nasıl bir yerdedir? Bununla ilgili konuşabilir misiniz?
Şunu söyleyeyim, yani benim için Hint sineması, Satyajit Ray benim için çok önemli bir figür. Benim hayatımda filmlerini izledikten sonra sinemaya bakışımı değiştiren 3 yönetmenden biri. Yani birisi Ozu, biri Ray, öbürü de Tarkovski. O kadar önemli bir yönetmen benim adıma, yani benim için. Günümüz Hint sineması örnekleri biz çok az görüyoruz Türkiye'de. Neredeyse hiç yok. biraz önce Claude'un da dediği işte lunchbox mesela önemli bir şey.
Satyajit Ray is a very important director for me, and he's saying he's one of the most important directors that he ever watched, and he said he had been inspired from him a lot, and and about the Indian cinema, he says like, yes, Lunchbox, I agree that it was a very important film. But as I understand, he likes the older, eski Hint filmlerinin daha güçlü olduğunu söylüyorsunuz değil mi?
Demiyorum öyle bir şey.
Tamam, pardon. No, he didn't say that.
Cannes Film Festivali'nde jürilik yaparken Nandita Das'la beraber jürilik yaptım.
When I was a jury in Cannes Film Festival, I was with Nandita Das.
Ve St. Petersburg'da da Miran Ayır'la beraberdim.
And in St. Petersburg, I was with Miranay.
İkisini de tanımaktan çok memnun kaldım.
I was pleased to be with them and to know them.
Fırsat olursa daha farklı Hint filmleri tabii izlemek isterim. Yani ama çok fazla gözümüze gelmiyorlar.
If there is more opportunities, I would love to see more Indian films. But for the situation now, we don't have the chance to see them a lot.
What about you two actors? Any Indian favorite actor you have, or a filmmaker you all admire? Have you watched Indian cinema? The two actors, the two girls.
Yes, actually Indian cinema for me, I don't know it so much. But for me, it's the ones that I've seen. They're like colorful and happy, and there's always like positivity. So for me, like if I'm sad, if I see an Indian film, it makes me happy. So that's why, yeah, that's why I like Indian cinema a lot. It's colorful and there's always dance and music and happiness. And there's sometimes sad parts, but it always comes to a happy ending. Yes, and that's nice for me. That's what I like about the Indian cinema.
Ben de aynı düşünceleri paylaşıyorum.
She agrees with me.
Türkiye'de çok fazla Hint sineması izlemiyoruz. Biraz bağlar kopuk.
In Turkey, we don't really have big chances to see Indian films, but she says I wish I can see more.
Ama buraya gelip kültürünüzü tanıdıktan sonra daha da meraklı ve ilgili olacağımı düşünüyorum.
Since I came here and I knew the Indian culture a little bit more, I'm more curious about the films, and I will feel a deeper connection to the Indian films from now on.
So my question is to you, sir. How do you visualize the story, and how do you decide to choose a story for the film? If you could tell the process, how it goes by. Are you small news, how you develop it, and how you choose a film? We could have some more insight now.
Bu filmden, yani şu izlediğimiz filmden yola çıkarsak ben sinemanın kişisel bir şey olduğunu, hikayelerin de kişisel hikayeler olduğunu düşünüyorum. Ne kadar topluma ve diğer hayatın dışındaki, yani benim hayatımın dışındaki insanlara değse de örneğin bu filmin başlangıcı benim kendi anılarımı deşmemle başladı. Yani annemle olan ilişkimi, bebeklik ve çocukluk ilişkimi anlamaya çalışırken bu hikayenin ortaya çıkışı meydana geldi.
I believe cinema is a very personal art. Even though you're touching everybody, at least you're trying to touch everybody, it comes from a very personal side. It comes from a deep inside of you. About this film, he started digging his past and he started thinking about his relationship with his mother. That's how he got the story. So it's based on his own life experiences.
question to you, sir. Pardon me, since I could not watch your film, but since Turkey is ideally geographically located between it's on border to Europe and Asia, many of the Turkish films which I could see is they try to, some will be having influence on Asian kind of cinemas, some will be having European, some like Fateh Akin, they try to balance between both Europe and Asia. So how is your influence?
Bizim yani bizim sanatımızın, edebiyatımızın 200 yıldır neredeyse sorduğu bir soru var. Biz kimiz?
Our art, our literature has a main question for the last 200 years. Neydi hocam soru?
Biz kimiz?
Who are we?
Biz nereliyiz? Batılı mıyız, doğulu muyuz?
Where are we from? Are we from West? Are we from East?
Bu çok yaratıcı bir soru ama.
This is a very creative question.
Çünkü insanın kimliğini ve kendini sürekli sorgulamasına neden oluyor.
Because it's causing people to question their identity.
Mesela bizim Nobel ödülü almış yazarımız Orhan Pamuk tam da bu sorunun ortasında kitaplar yazar.
For example, our writer who won a Nobel Prize, Orhan Pamuk, is in the middle of this question, and his main question is this.
Bizim bu Aslı Bağlılık filmindeki commitment'ta da aslında bu anne kimdir, nerelidir, gelenek ve modernle arasındaki çatışmada nasıl bir süreç yaşıyordur kendi içinde, bu sorular etrafında. Yine bizim işte 200 yıldır sanatımızın dinamiği olan bu soru etrafında kurulmuştur.
Also our film Commitment, the mother in Commitment, she is trying to figure out should she be a modern mother, Western, or should she stick to the traditional way of raising a child. So she also has exactly the same question with what we have in the last 200 years. Who am I? What is my way to do it?
Bizim toplumlarımız, yani Hint toplumu, İran toplumu, Türkiye ya da Asya'dakiler belki çok bu soruları devamlı sordukları ve gelenekle modern arasındaki çatışmayı yoğun olarak yaşadıkları için çok dinamik ve üretici toplumlar olduğunu düşünüyorum.
I think Turkey, Iran, India, and maybe all the Asian countries, we always question ourselves about being modern or being traditional. That's why he thinks that these people, these nations, have a very dynamic creating process, and they are very creative people.
Thank you for your question.
Other questions, please? There are no questions. We end the press conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
अनिल कपूर